We're going to jump right into Cheez It Bowl Team of the Week. You know that the Football Writers Association of America votes each week for the National Team of the Week, which is sponsored by the Cheez It Bowl, and we recognize them first here before anywhere else. So you'll be happy to know that after a really, really impressive win over Wake Forest this weekend, Louisville is our latest Team of the Week. They're coming off two big back-to-back wins in conference, and to talk a little bit more about that, we've got Coach Scott Satterfield with us. So Scott, Coach, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
No, I appreciate you coming on this morning. I know you guys are getting off to another week of practice here soon, but you beat a top 10 opponent for the first time since 2016 at Louisville. What's it feel like, or what's the energy around the program coming off that win over Wake Forest?
Wow, it's huge, obviously. Hosting a top 10 team like we did Wake Forest, had a lot of respect for Wake Forest. They were coming in one of the hottest teams in the country, particularly offensively, with Sam Hartman, and Coach Clausen's done a great job there. But, we had back-to-back wins. We're coming in here trying to make it 3 in a row. Had a great crowd, live crowd, and tight game there at halftime, and just kind of blew it open in something that I've never seen. 8 turnovers in the second half is incredible defensive performance by our guys.
Yeah, the 8 turnovers, first or the most for a Louisville team since 1983. Had a 9 turnover game against Army way back when, and 6 were in the third quarter, which is 6 1/4 is the first time in program history. Probably will be a first for most programs, I assume. What are you thinking as you're seeing the ball keep switching hands like that on Saturday?
Well, in the first half, we were getting back there to Hartman, and we're really, really close to getting him to turn the ball over. And I felt like in the second half, we were probably going to be able to get some. Had no idea it was going to be that way. One of the things we were doing was bringing pressure, blitzing linebacker safeties. And we actually ended the game. We had 8 sacks in the game by 8 different players, which is incredible. I don't even know if I've ever heard that. And the ball just kept, either going on the ground or our guys were intercepting it. And, again, we had the 8 turnovers, but 6 different players got the turnovers. So, it was a total team effort. It wasn't just one player, trying to make all these plays. It was a bunch of guys playing team defense. That's what, as a coach, I'm most proud of that, because it was just a total team effort, and guys playing for each other and playing together.
Yeah, absolutely. One of those interceptions, Quincy Riley, 90-yard interception return for a touchdown, is the longest for a Louisville player since 1975. So you guys were doing all kinds of wild defensive stuff that you hadn't done in a long time. What can you say about Quincy and his effort in the secondary in general on Saturday?
Yeah, and also scored 35 points in the third quarter. I don't know, it tied some record as well. So it was one for the record books, I think. But yeah, Quincy Riley's he's got some of the best hands on our defense, and and I think Saturday was the first time he had an interception, but he actually had 2 of them. He took the one 90 yards down the sideline, really not anybody there at that point. But him, Trey Clark was another one who had a pick 6 that was tremendous. Monty Montgomery, one of our linebackers, intercepted a deflection, takes off running toward their sideline, ends up laddering the ball back to a safety. He looked like an option quarterback there. It was incredible. So they ended up getting that one back to the 10-yard line. We almost scored on that one as well. So offensively, we scored the very next play. It was just it was a special day, and we know we needed to have that kind of day in order to beat the number 10 ranked team in the country. And and it just gives us a lot of confidence as we move forward. Right now we are leading the country in sacks. We have 33 sacks on the season. Just put that in perspective. Last year we had 33 sacks the whole season, and now we're sitting here with 5 more games and we're already at 33 sacks. So our defense, we were playing really well and putting a lot of pressure on these quarterbacks that we're playing.
Coach, you've got an interesting matchup this weekend. You guys host James Madison, who we know is a very talented team that's been in and out of the top 25 this year, and a thing or two about coaching at a Group of 5 school. It overperforms and kind of knows how to shock people. What do you tell your guys to get ready for James Madison, especially after a couple great wins like Pitt and Wake Forest that you're building off of?
Yeah, they have a tremendous team. You mentioned it; they've been in and out of the top 25. This is the team that's won national championship at the FCS level. I was a part of that at Appalachian State. We won 3 of those. And very similar programs to App State. I know what kind of players they have there. Really good players. They play with the chip on their shoulder. They're always trying to prove that they belong, and particularly when you play up, playing a Power 5 team, and what they're going to be playing against us, we're going to get their best shot. You go watch the film. It's not a fluke that they're that they were ranked. They have an outstanding defense. They're number one in the country in run defense, top 10 as an overall defense, and an outstanding offense. They score a lot of points as well. There's really not a ton of weakness on this team. It's tremendous because this team just made the jump up to the group of 5 in the Sun Belt Conference. It's their first year in the Sun Belt. And so to be able to get that fast, that good is incredible. You know, just a lot of respect for their program, how they've been able to accomplish that. It's a great school and a great football. So, you know, you certainly have to continue to try to get better as a team. You can't go out there and think you're going to win. You got to go make it happen against a team like this.
Well, Coach, congratulations on another big win this weekend and Cheez-It Bowl National Team of the Week honor for Louisville this week. Sun Belt actually earlier this year, you might remember, we had 3 Sun Belt teams named in 1 week. So we know the quality of football there, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys play James Madison. After that, you've got at Clemson, you host NC State, and then you close up at Kentucky. So, you know, good luck the rest of the season. And thank you again for joining us this morning for a few minutes. Yeah, really appreciate it, guys, for the recognition, and proud of our guys in our program. Hopefully we'll keep this thing rolling. But everybody have a great day on this Halloween. Thank you, Coach.